Hey there, and thank you for joining us for the Palm Beaches TV Watch Party series. I'm your host, Theo Dorsey, and I'm ready to roll right into another great episode. We're taking a tour of West Palm Beach and learning how this Florida community was designed to keep our manatees safe while welcoming locals and tourists to explore the Palm Beaches.
We're in West Palm Beach, and I'm going to show you the coolest way to tour this beautiful waterfront city.
And that's how we roll at Palm Beach Segway Tours.
Oh yeah.
So Gemma, we've reached beautiful downtown West Palm Beach. We're near the waterfront. This body of water is part of the intercoastal. On this end, it's called Riviera Lagoon. That island on the other side, that is the island of Palm Beach. We're separated from that island by the intercoastal and about $250 million property taxes every year. So follow me, we're gonna roll down the intercoastal. Those three man-made islands out there, those are part of our manatee preservation efforts. What happens is the manatees prefer the warmer waters of the intercoastal as opposed to the colder waters in the Atlantic. So they were swimming out there, but they were being harmed by the boats that are going under the bridge. So what they did is they came in and they dredged this side out. It's about 30 feet deep in most places. So now the manatees stay on this side and out of harm's way. So if you see what you think is a manatee while we're out riding, make sure you let me know. Okay. Because not everything that sticks its head up out of that water is a manatee. If it has cornrows in his hair and a bad attitude, it's my ex-girlfriend. She's been stalking me ever since she found out I'm the Segway tour guide. The city of West Palm Beach also has its community revitalization efforts going on. What they did is they paid these artists tens of thousands of dollars to come and paint these murals all over town. So you'll see them at places like on the side of commercial buildings. These two underneath the bridge are part of my favorite because this artist had the ingenious idea to incorporate the surrounding structure and the natural elements into his artwork. All right, so as we go across the bridge, you might notice the cars change just a little bit. Right now, you might start to see your Lamborghinis, your Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Ferraris, Bugattis, Maseratis, and all the other Aris that I can't afford. Okay, Gemma, we've reached the Society of the Four Arts Gardens. This is where you're gonna take your foot break. It is beautiful in here. Can you imagine a botanical garden mixed with a sculpture garden?
Wow.
So I'll be outside waiting for you and I'll see you soon.
All right, see you soon. Wow, this is so beautiful. You never know who you're gonna meet in Palm Beach. Hey Teddy. Hey Winston.
So, Gemma, what did you think about one of the most beautiful hidden gems of the Palm Beaches?
It really is beautiful.
Okay, well great, you have more to see, follow me. So Henry Flagler was the first developer for the West Palm Beach side and the island of Palm Beach. He came here in the mid-1800s. He owned a small little storefront company. You might have heard of it, called Standard Oil. Yes, him and Rockefeller was partners with the Standard Oil venture. Even to this day, Standard Oil holds the record for the most profitable company in US history. He also owned the Florida East Coast Railroad, which went from St. Augustine, Florida, all the way down to the Keys. He was gonna go to the Bahamas, but his wife said that would be showing off a bit. Speaking of showing off, Henry Flagler was also the founder of the world-renowned Breakers Hotel, which is one of the most prestigious hotels in the United States. We're going to be pulling up to his house. It is called Whitehall. It is now the Flagler Museum. Whitehall is one of the most grand estates on the island of Palm Beach. To give you some perspective of how large this house is, our White House is 55,000 square feet. Whitehall is 66,000 square feet. So, Gemma, we're coming to the end of our tour, but before we do, I wanted to show you something. Do you remember when I was telling you about Henry Flagler's yacht, the Elizabeth? Well, if you look to your left, that is an exact replica of the Elizabeth. It is a modern boat with all the technology and bells and whistles. It's just made to be an exact replica of the Elizabeth. And that's how we roll at Palm Beach Segway Tours.
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a cool way to tour Palm Beach County and learn about our rich history. Manatees are best known as the gentle giants of the sea, so let's join Frank Licari in Riviera Beach at Manatee Lagoon and learn why these creatures are attracted to Florida's power and light.
So you're gonna love this story. Back in the late 1400s, Columbus was sailing the Caribbean and he saw what he thought were 3 mermaids. And he was quoted as saying, "They're not half as beautiful as they are painted." But get this, what he was really seeing was not mermaids, they were manatees. But what he didn't know was that that was going to be the first written record of manatee sightings in North America. Huh?
So I actually know that because I'm a manatee master that works at Manatee Lagoon.
Oh,
But I can take you inside to talk to Brittany to learn more about it.
yeah, great, sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Manatee Lagoon is an eco-discovery center. We're located in Riviera Beach, Florida, along the beautiful Lake Worth Lagoon waterfront. So we have really awesome waterfront views here at our facility. We have a lot of fun things for families to come out and do. We have an interactive exhibit space that has a lot of different interactive touch screens that kids can learn different things about manatees. And then we also have a lot of free programs for families to enjoy. So we have everything from adult yoga along the waterfront to
Wait, what does adult yoga have to do with manatees?
yoga, wellness.
Is it all
mindfulness?
wellness?
Yes.
Do they learn the manatee? Is that?
They don't.
You like that? You ever do that?
But it's very relaxing.
Right?
Yeah.
This was developed for a purpose in the beginning. So tell me a little bit about, do we have the history of the manatee? You got that in your lexicon of knowledge?
Yeah. So Manatee Lagoon is owned and operated by Florida Power and Light.
Okay.
And what we love to tell people here when people come visit our center is kind of the really unique relationship that manatees have with power plants.
With energy, and electrical energy, yeah.
We have a power plant next door. It's FPL's Next Generation Clean Energy Center, and that's what expels the warm water into the outflow area, and that's what keeps manatees coming back to our facility year after year during the winter months.
Wow.
Before this building was here, it was just an empty parking lot, and people would come and see the manatees.
Just hang out, park the car and look at manatees.
Exactly. And when FPL decided to rebuild the power plant next door and modernize it, they decided to build this educational facility to not only allow for a safe viewing place for people to come, but also provide that educational aspect and kind of teach people more about how to protect them.
You can visit Manatee Lagoon with family and friends every Tuesday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now finally, we'll meet an artist who has captured some of the best photos of the beautiful manatees that live in our waters. Let's dive in and see how he gets it done.
As an underwater nature photographer in the Palm Beaches, manatees have been one of my focus over the past 10 years. They are truly gentle giants. Manatees call the Palm Beaches home, and one of my goals is to help protect them. One of my most favorite things about manatees is their curiosity. When I'm in the water, a lot of times they'll come right up to my lens, almost kissing it. At that moment, you feel almost inhuman. They are huge, over 1,000 pounds, and right up against my mask. Some of my most well-known manatee photos are the ones that are up close to me. Their faces, their curiosity, a lot of that comes out in the images. And so I strive to continuously shoot the character of a manatee. Although manatees will approach you and come very close, checking you out, it's important not to reach out to them. As a photographer, I need to always keep that in mind. So my challenge is to keep my distance, but at the same time, let them come as close as they want and be able to get that shot. A manatee is a unique creature. Their nickname is the sea cow, and in fact, they pretty much are a cow in the water. There's not many places around the world that you can see a manatee. In the Palm Beaches, there's many opportunities. in constant search of seagrass. Manatees glide through the water along the Palm Beaches. Manatees are one of my favorite subjects to photograph, and they are a big part of the wild Palm Beaches.
Wow. Folks, it has been an incredible day exploring the beauty of manatees in their natural habitats right here in the Palm Beaches. From guided tours to thrilling encounters at Manatee Lagoon and picture-perfect moments in our warm waters. If you haven't experienced the magic of these gentle giants, you're missing out on a true adventure. So thanks for joining us on this wild ride, and remember, there's a lot more to discover. So stay tuned for our next exciting adventure right here next Tuesday at noon. In the meantime, watch full episodes of the shows featured today by visiting the on-demand section at thepalmbeaches.tv. Thank you for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Imagine beasts with zeal and grace, the melodic choruses of a flock. Envision coming face to face with Goliath. Encounter a brave but curious soul. Witness gentle giants coming into sight while you explore their world. Or dive into an underwater collage laden with fascination and zest, where an incredible number of species exist, and almost as many ways to experience it. From the sea to the sky, immerse yourself in the peace and calm that only nature can provide. Discover the perfect place. Discover the finest wildlife at thepalmbeaches.com.